Hello, I'm Kimber. Welcome to the Native News Update. Many of the stories you hear here can be found at IndianCountryNews.com. And here's the news for today from the Associated Press and other Native news sources. The National Indian Gaming Association opened its trade show and convention with the annual ribbon cutting and a special woman warriors honoring with an appearance by famous Native American hip-hop artist Taboo of the Black Eyed Peas, who wrote a special poem for the women being honored and fought back tears as he shared it.
I hope I can make it, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm getting choked up. My grandmother was the fuel that energized my life. She taught me how to connect with Mother Earth and how to have the strength to rise. She fought to keep me on the right path and will push me to do my best with all her might. She motivated my spirit and taught me how to take flight. My grandmother was like no other. She would say, from Los Angeles, California, give it up for Jimmy Gomez. And I would perform in her living room like I was performing on the biggest stage, performing from morning to night. She was the matriarch of my tribe, the nurturer, the teacher, the mother, and the ultimate light. Today we honor all of our amazing sisters, mothers, and daughters. And I say to you, may Creator continue to bless you and always may your beauty shine bright. On behalf of myself and my grandmother, we honor you, we love you, we appreciate you. Thank you very much. Wow, I made it.
The National Indian Gaming Association Chairman, Ernie Stevens Jr., said our ribbon cutting event has long been known as an opportunity to set the stage, presenting the great partnerships with the gaming industry, our gaming professionals, our Indian gaming partners, and the tribal communities and organizations who have benefited from tribal government gaming. It is always great to be joined by the many celebrities who support and represent Indian country. Along with Taboo, other celebrities in attendance of the ribbon cutting included retired NBA stars A.C. Green and Bill Walton from the LA Lakers, actor George Lopez, pro rodeo four-time champion Tuff Cooper, and rock and roll legend Chubby Checker. The Indian Gaming Trade Show and Convention is the largest gathering of tribal leaders and casino executives in the country and is both the meeting place where the community gathers to learn, network, and exchange industry-specific ideas and a cultural celebration of success, strength, and self-reliance. Oneida Nation Chairman Tahasi Hill delivered the 15th Annual Wisconsin State of the Tribes Address before the State Assembly April 9th. Speaking on behalf of the state's 11 tribes, Hill addressed numerous issues affecting Indian country as a whole. He addressed topics such as the positive impacts of tribal nations on Wisconsin's economy, the economic growth of tribes, unemployment rates, and diversity and teamwork. He also called on the 31 Wisconsin public schools still using Indian mascots, logos, and nicknames to end their use. Tribal collaborations and their responsibility to Mother Earth were discussed, as was food sovereignty, agriculture, sustainability, and the protection of wildlife. Hill addressed health disparities in Indian country and the underfunding of much-needed health care programs. Substance abuse and the opioid crisis and steps being taken to combat these issues were also discussed, as was the need for more adequate, affordable housing. The high rates of missing and murdered Indigenous women throughout Indian country and the threat to Indian Child Welfare Act was the final topics.
Today I have discussed areas where collaboration between the state and our tribal nations can and will make positive changes. I call on this team to continue doing what it does best, building bridges that bring us together to make life in Wisconsin and within our tribal nations better. Some say that old ways don't open new doors. Yet our old ways have taught us who we are, all of us. We all have a rich tradition and heritage, and our ancestors stand behind us. As Native people, it is because of our traditional ways that perseverance is ingrained in our souls and survival flows through our blood.
Also on April 9th, Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers signed Executive Order 18, which reaffirms the state of Wisconsin's recognition of the 11 Wisconsin tribal nations' sovereignty of their lands and people. Former chairman of the Colville Business Council and former president of the National Congress of American Indians, Mel Tonasket, was awarded the 9th annual Tim Wapato Sovereign Warrior Award at the 2019 Indian Gaming Trade Show and Convention. Gail Kingman Wapato, the wife of the late Tim Wapato, joined NIGA Chairman Ernie Stevens Jr. on stage to present the award.
You know, we talk a lot about sovereignty, but we must recognize those people who practice it and who leave the education on it for us. I want to recognize Mel because he said, one of the things he said was, the tribes are only as strong as the weakest tribe. So we all connect together.
Tonasket has served as an elected official for the Colville tribes at various times since 1970. From 1973 to 76, he served as the president of the National Congress of the American Indians. Tonasket led the Colville tribes' fight against termination, and as president of NCAI, mobilized national support for major tribal legislation, including the Indian Health Care Improvement Act and the Indian Child Welfare Act. He was a member of the American Indian Policy Review Commission for 2 years and has represented United States tribal governments at the World Council of Indigenous Peoples and the Inter-American Indigenous Conference in Brazil.
And I think in about 4 years, I wound up being president of NCAI, and that's where I got to meet so many great leaders. I mean, no one leader is great all by themselves. No one leader is good all by themselves. It takes a team, and it takes people that are willing to go out and fight, willing to go out and walk the halls of Congress every day.
12 individuals will be inducted into the National Native American Hall of Fame on November 2nd at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Tulsa, Oklahoma. The inductees include Lucy Covington of the Colville Confederated Tribes, Ada Deer of the Menominee Nation, Louise Erdrich of the Turtle Mountain Band of Chippewa, Billy Frank Jr. of the Nisqually Indian Tribe, Forrest Girard of the Blackfeet Tribe, Hattie Kaufman of the Nez Perce Tribe, Oren Lyons of the Onondaga Seneca Nations of the Iroquois Confederacy, Richard Oakes of the St. Regis Mohawk Reservation, Elizabeth Peratrovich of the Tlingit Nation, Pascal Pula of the Kiowa Nation, Mary Golda Ross of the Cherokee Nation of Oklahoma, and Wes Studi of the Cherokee Nation of Oklahoma. The National Native American Hall of Fame's mission is to recognize and honor the inspirational achievements of Native Americans in contemporary history. For more information, you can check out nativehalloffame.org. Notah Begay III received the Chairman's Lifetime Achievement Award at the 2019 Indian Gaming Trade Show and Convention.
A Lifetime Achievement Award sort of forces me to look back on a lot of things, and especially from where I'm standing now and working for NBC Sports and the Golf Channel and being in the broadcast industry and really having to change the way that I look at things, change the way that I sort of approach my life, trying to be more dedicated to my family, trying to be more dedicated to my community service.
Begay is the only full-blooded Native American to have played on the PGA Tour. In addition to winning 4 PGA Tour tournaments, Begay became only the 3rd player in the history of professional golf to shoot 59 in a professional event and partner with good friend Tiger Woods in the 2000 President's Cup. Currently, Begay is a golf commentator for NBC Sports and the Golf Channel. And that's another roundup of news from Indian Country on this edition of the Native News Update. I'd like to thank you for joining me and have a grand day.
Step into Seven Winds Casino Lodge and Conference Center.
Come and discover everything we have to offer.
Unlimited gaming action. Northwoods hospitality. Delicious all-you-can-eat buffet. Relaxation and comfort. Great drinks and good times. big wins, big fun. It's all here at Seven Winds Casino Lodge and Conference Center in the heart of the Great North Woods.